started. It is 5:30, and I'll forego the moment of silence and get right into the pledge. So if you please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Please call roll.
Caruso.
Here.
Daniel.
Here.
Dryden.
Here.
Hartsfield.
Here.
Jacobs. Mabry.
Here.
Nodert.
Here.
Rochelle. Weathers.
Here.
7 present, 2 absent.
Thank you. I think we have a quorum. I don't believe we have any public wants to speak tonight, so we'll move right on to the agenda for what is on number 1, which is budget item for consideration, discussion, and action. And I would like to have a motion to approve 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And after we get approval, our motion in a second, we'll go to any comments. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve. Second.
We got a motion to approve and a second on the floor. Do we have any questions regarding any of the items we have below? And I think Ms. Kinlan's here and Mr. Tucker is here if you have any questions.
And Mr. Jones.
And Mr. Jones, I'm sorry.
I've got a question.
All right, go ahead.
At Lawrence County High School, the gym floor tile, where's that at? Where's that?
That's on the west balcony and the west lobby on this side. If you remember last year, through some insurance money, we were able to replace the tile and do the abatement on the east side of the gym. And we want to do the tile and abatement on the west side before we put the upstairs bleachers in this summer. So those bleachers, the old ones go out, it's the best time to go in and get that old tile out, do the abatement before the new ones come in.
So that new tile is going to go where the bleachers are on the balcony now?
Yes,
okay.
But it will come also into the lobby area.
It does,
Concession.
concession stand.
Yes.
Question.
Go ahead, John.
Are we replacing with tile, or are we looking at doing the polished concrete in this place?
I think we're focusing on tile on this one. We've had some challenges with the polished concrete and the glue. Some of the glue in some of the places has had the asbestos in it, so we're not sure on this one.
Thank you.
Any further questions?
Mr. Cruz.
Go ahead.
Who is doing the block work at Summertown High School?
Chris Paley.
Ma'am.
Chris Paley was the bid. We only received 1 bid. Yeah.
I have another question.
Okay, go ahead, John.
So I guess I'll direct this toward Mr. Jones. On the geothermal and this repair, I believe I've read, Mr. Atkins, in your pass downs, this system's 20 plus years old, and we're anticipating future, anticipating at this age, we're going to start seeing this type of leak. Are we going to be looking at $33,000 annually to fix leaks? Is this the best option? Should we start looking at going another direction totally, or just what's your thoughts?
So I will be totally honest with you on that. It's not a guarantee that this company will find the leak. He feels pretty confident that he will. But we've had discussions. We don't know if we do find this one. Number one, we don't know if it's just one leak. It could be several. We just don't know, because we do feel confident that it's down in one of the wells, at least 300 feet down. That's why it hasn't shown itself at the top. that's one thing we mentioned is if we do fix this one, how often is this gonna occur? That's an unknown. I'll tell you, I have been working on getting an emergency plan together in case we get to the point where we can't refill the line fast enough, where we could possibly bring in a portable cooling tower, portable boiler, while we get this system fixed. I've also been working on a plan, if the board decided to go this route, to change over from geothermal to a permanent cooling tower and boiler, kind of like what we did at Summertown.
That's what I was just fixing to ask. And how far along are you on that plan?
Meeting about the emergency plan Wednesday with a company out of Nashville that has a proposal. And I told them up front, I said, I hope we never have to use it, but I want to have it in place in case we ever do, so that Mr. Atkins doesn't have to close school for an extended amount of time because we don't have heat and air to have one of the schools.
And we're really rolling the dice on this system
Yes.
and how much longer it's gonna be, and if every year we're gonna spend $35,000 to repair it. What, do you have any idea what the cost was for the Summertown changeover?
It was
Just in
around
comparison? How much?
Around $1 million.
I
I
th-
believe.
I have 1,093,000 in my head, if that.
To do it, and this one would probably be a little bit more than that, I'm assuming, because it's gonna be a bigger system than what Summertown would have to have.
Yes, sir.
Should the school system, should we as a board be, I mean, $33,000 is a pretty big, basically 34,000, pretty big chunk of change to spend on rolling the dice. Feel pretty comfortable that it will fix it, but is it gonna bust again next year? Or should we be looking at taking this money, what is that, a quarter, a little over a quarter of what the cost would be to do a changeover? And do we have the time to not do this and do a changeover?
It'd be 1,093,000.
Million, I'm sorry, yeah, I got you. But even still, I mean, we're talking spending $35,000, and then we could turn around next year and have to do the changeover anyway.
Is this a quick fix, or is this, I mean,
Well, so that you have all the information, this company, they're out of Kentucky, that I've got lined up if you decide to go this route. He's given us a price. That price is for 6 days worth of work. And then after that point, if he has to go longer than 6 days to find it and repair it, it's $3,500 a day.
and he was the only bidder?
He's out of Kentucky, and that's the club. We had somebody local. We did have one company here local that came and looked and did some investigating. And I thought I had them lined up over fall break to be able to do it. They did not feel comfortable with just having a week because they were wanting to shut the system down to try to find it. This guy that I've got lined up now said he can valve off in certain sections and still be able to run the rest of the school without a certain number of wells at the time while he tries to track it down. But the company that, the first company, when I approached them again and tried to get them lined up for the summer, we were gonna try the summer where they had longer to do it. They backed out and said they didn't have the time to mess with it.
Boyce, you have something? Did you have
I'm
something?
good.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
He answered it.
So if we go through this, it'll be next week they start?
No.
Oh, okay.
He said if we could get everything, he could work end of March or April.
Now, is this out in front of the school?
Yes, sir. And Mr. Jones, do you recall how many wells are out there?
I think there's 240 wells in the front, half of them on this side of the front drive that goes toward the front door, and then half of them on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense to do this for time's sake and everything else, but it does sound like we better start planning for something a little more.
What scares me that
Substantial.
he's not, I mean, $3,500 for another extra day. Did he not guarantee that he's gonna complete it regardless of how many days he's gonna get?
His words to me were he felt confident he could find it, but he was not willing to guarantee it.
Well, I guess in that line of work, there is no guarantee.
There is
That's
no
true
guarantee.
too.
So he has to bring all the equipment
I
down,
did 2 days.
lodging for his crew, and that's where a lot of that cost comes in.
Go ahead, Nikki.
I think I understood you say that there might be more than one leak or whatever. Now, when I don't know exactly how the system works, but this price, is that to fix ever how many leaks, or I mean, is that just one leak? I mean, is it 2 leaks, 66,000, 3 leaks, 99,000? I mean, is that, I don't know.
No, what he would do is if he found a leak, he would fix it, and we would know pretty quick if that was the only one. How we found this was, so in the geothermal loop, it has a makeup system where if you do have a leak, you don't lose all the water out of the loop, and you can still run the school. So the makeup water kicks in and starts filling the loop back up with what you're losing. Well, there's a sub-meter in the mechanical room over there where this system is. And I went up there last night and took a video, sent it to Mr. Atkins, but the thing was about to spin off, the triangle on the meter was about to spin off, and it was 8:30 on Sunday night with no HVAC running.
Trying to feed water, you talking about?
Trying to feed the water and fill the loop back up. Maintenance has also started having to go to another mechanical room where there's another port and put a water hose on the port to supplement the makeup system, because we're starting to see the makeup system itself is having a hard time keeping up. So the leak is getting bigger and bigger. Or leaks, nobody knows how many leaks it may be. It may just be one, or it may be several.
What do these leaks do to the efficiency of the system?
Won't do anything as long as we're able to keep
To
pumping
supplement
water
it.
into it. But it has gotten worse. I brought in data from our bills. For example, on the January 24 billing cycle, we paid over $6,700 on the one water meter that feeds this. In 2019, which I went back to the year before COVID to get an accurate number, we paid $928 on that water meter. Now that water meter feeds the building too, the main building too, so you got restrooms and water fountains, kitchen, all of that in there. So $928 to $6,700 in a 5-year span.
Another question.
Go ahead, John.
Mr. Jones, have we reached out, or is there any other systems, whether they're school systems, that utilize geothermal? And have we investigated on what type of leak that we may be looking at? In my mind, there's a substantial leak in this system. That water is, like I said, we're not seeing it on top of the ground, but it is going somewhere. I mean, so we're gonna start digging, and is there gonna be a big hole open up? Or are we backfilling into another what? I mean, where is this water going? And I guess, so my question is there anybody else out there, any other systems that can say, Is there anybody with the knowledge that says, has anybody ever seen anything like this? And what are we about to uncover? Does that make sense? I mean,
I see what you're saying. I guess I think this company is called Geothermal Maintenance Company, and they've done a lot. So I guess I yielded to their expertise. But that is something to consider, is what's underneath, with all this water going somewhere, but not coming to the top.
yeah, I mean, a big lake underneath there somewhere. And if we go to, that kind of stuff just blows my mind, but there's a lot of water going somewhere. How many geothermals do we have remaining in the system?
We are using this one and Loretta High School
The only two left.
still. We abandoned South Lawrence Gym, Lawrenceburg Public Gym, and Summertown High School. Kaufman had the system installed, but it never got hooked up to use.
So Loretta High School, main building,
Right.
is the new gym down there being ran off the field? It's good. So just Loretta High School, the halls you and I walked,
Right.
and then this system. Thank you.
Any further questions? Please call roll.
Caruso,
Aye.
Daniel,
Yes.
Dryden,
Yes.
Hartsfield,
Yes.
Mabry,
Aye.
Noddert,
Aye.
Weathers,
Yes.
7 ayes.
Motion carries. Are there any further issues for tonight? Next meeting is going to be March 22nd at 5:30. Oh, what is it? 21,
I
21st?
think it's the 21st.
21, I'm sorry.
Late.
Next meeting is 21st of March. Do you have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
Second.